Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to this video. This is gonna be a little bit different than my previous videos. I've done a couple of videos like this one before, namely one video to be specific. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to finally get my hands on the brand new Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV, and I'm on my way to pick it up right now. I'm gonna give you guys a quick unboxing video before you get a review video of it later on. I'll also take my opportunity to finally make a review video of the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III as well, which I am recording this with. So this will probably be, yeah, this will definitely be part of that review as well. So, but yeah, I'm on my way to pick up the new phone now, and I'll see you guys as soon as I get home with that one. Yeah, it's really hot. It's really hot, I can see. Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm back. It's been a long day, a lot of back and forth here and there, delivering my son to the daycare, picking him back up again, picking up the thing that I was gonna pick up. You know what I was gonna pick up. It's this one. How cool is that? Okay, so everyone here who's been following me, that's a mouthful. Everyone here who's been following me for a while, both on Twitch, YouTube, anything, knows that I'm a huge fan of Sony's Xperia smartphones. I think they're a great addition to the Android smartphone market, and I think they deliver so much good innovation that they shouldn't really be that small, at least in my eye. That's what I think. But there's really nothing I can do about the market, so I can just, keep using their phones, keep buying their phones, and hope that it's gonna make a difference. That's the only thing. I'm gonna put this on the center just because I can. Oh, look at that. There's no difference to you guys. Sorry. Yeah, so for about, I think it's approximately half a year ago. No, a little bit more. But Sony Xperia Nordic gave me this Sony Xperia 1 Mark III. I am terribly sorry about the video quality and noise in the image. Oh my god, let's have a... Yeah, okay, whatever. Quality schmality, am I right? So, Sony Xperia Nordic gave me this Xperia 1 Mark III to try out a little more than half a year ago. I don't know, 8 months maybe. I didn't really manage to actually make a review video or a test video or article or anything like that about this phone, which I'm a little bit ashamed of. I got a great opportunity and I just blew it, to put it mildly. But I'm going to make up for it again for you guys. You are definitely going to get a Xperia 1 Mark III review from me. I'm going to do that as a long-term review instead. Which I think, honestly, that's the most important thing, because you don't want to know how a phone is in after, say, 3 to 4 weeks of use. You want to know if it's still as good half a year later, or a year later as it was when you first bought it. That's the thing that really just, makes a smartphone stand out. That's what you want to aim for when buying a phone. And although I am getting this new one, I have gotten my hands on this new one, it's not because this one is bad. Quite the contrary, actually. This phone is definitely among the best phones I've had in a very long time. But this is why I'm also going to make another video of that, because if I keep talking about this one, we're going to sit here for hours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm basically just going to unbox this one, because that's what you're all here for, right? I mean, yeah, sure, it's going to be exciting. Box is thin. No plastic in package. Including or excluding a
charger. So Apple started with this, sending out a phone without a charger, but they still send the cables. Samsung then followed, just skipping the power socket, but they still gave you a cable. Now Sony has decided to take it a step further, and this is one of the few things that make me a little bit cautious about this, because not everyone buying a phone like this has a USB-C quick charger. I'm lucky to have one, and I'm getting nothing in this except the phone and a couple of manuals. Now, I don't really care about the manuals. I would prefer a charger over a manual, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into opening this bad boy. So, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Hi. Great to have you here. Okay, let's just dive straight into this. So the package is quite simple. It's very simple. The logo at the front here, focusing on my face. There we go. Sony at the bottom here, and then Xperia 1 Mark IV. It's the 4th model in this range, or it's the 4th generation of this model is the correct term. I had to get a knife. No, it's the 4th generation of this model, and it's a model that I've been... Well, it's been hugely anticipated, because with the Xperia 1 Mark III, we got the world's first variable periscope lens, or telephoto lens. We got the world's first 4K HDR OLED 120Hz display. And we got a bigger battery, and we got better stereo speakers. So they did small improvements on the Xperia 1 Mark III from the Mark II model, which were, I would say the upgrades were bigger from Mark II to Mark III than they were from the Xperia 1 to the Mark II, and I'm kind of nervous to see if the upgrades on the 4th generation are as big. I mean, on the paper, they look great. We have, powered up stereo speakers. If I don't remember, I think I remember correctly. Don't take my word on this. I think I remember correctly when I'm saying that we are getting 50% more powerful stereo speakers without peaking the volume, which I think is going to be great, because the stereo speakers on the Xperia 1 Mark III was amazing, to say the least. We're also getting a battery upgrade from 4,500 milliamp hours to 5,000, which is going to be needed because this phone also boasts a 4K HDR OLED 120Hz display. However, this display is also 50% brighter than the previous generation, which is going to do a lot. When it comes to the camera division, or the camera department, we still have pretty much the same setup, we still have the same sense, like the same 12 megapixel main lens and ultra wide angle, but the telephoto lens has once again been upgraded to a continuous, it's practically just an optical zoom. It's literally going to do the same thing as my camera does when I do this. So I can do the same thing with the phone as I'm doing here. Like, now I'm close. Hi! The phone is going to be able to do this. It's a tiny, tiny piece of technology. How do they do that? I think it's quite incredible how they've been able to actually do that. And I think that Sony needs a lot of praise for being able to do this, because I think this piece of technology is going to be a little bit more important than people actually give it credit for being. I think this opens up a lot of opportunities for a lot of manufacturers to go back to single lens phones, which gives us a lot more design options again, because now basically manufacturers are wanting to give you as many zoom levels as possible, but doing that also forces them to ruin the design of the phones. I mean, just look at the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It was a train wreck of a design flaw, and probably one of the worst design phones I have ever seen, because they wanted an extra zoom level, but they were like, okay, well, we have to put in an extra lens, but where the hell do we put it? I don't know! This is gonna solve that issue. The biggest upgrade on this phone, for me, is definitely gonna be thunder outside. No, that's just a totally irrelevant joke. Not even funny. No, the biggest upgrade for me on this phone is definitely going to be this 12 megapixel selfie camera, which I believe is probably the biggest and most needed upgrade on this phone. Previously, they had been using, 30 megapixel sensors in the selfie cameras on, the Z phones and the XZ phones and all those phones. But then once they went over to the XZ2, they degraded it down to 5 megapixels, which was terrible. Probably one of the worst ideas Sony has ever had on the consumer market. Sorry. Then they upgraded it to a tiny 8 megapixel sensor. Yay! Although it does perform quite well in good lighting, but you still lose a lot of the sharpness that a lot of the other phones has. And this phone should definitely solve that issue. Now, I am aware that they did have some issues with that straight after launch, but we're not straight after launch anymore. It's been out for a couple of months, so this phone should now be quite capable in lower light conditions, taking a selfie. So we're just gonna cut this bad boy open. I need a new knife. It's not cutting through it, it's just dragging the tape with it. That's not acceptable. It has not cut through that. Cut! Knife! Cut! Okay. Are we ready for this? I am. Woo! And mind you, of course. Yeah, I had to double check if I got the right one. Of course, Sony was nice enough to give me a purple Xperia 1 Mark III, and I am obviously gonna go with a purple Mark IV as well. Hello! My Twitch channel is purple. My entire PC background is purple. The CPU cooler on my PC is purple. I have way too many purple things now. Even my Nintendo 64 is purple, and I want a purple DualSense controller. Give me more purple, guys! I need it! Don't give me more purple stuff, I swear to God. However, we have the phone here, and I already know what it looks like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I work at a store where we sell the phone. I see the phone every single day. Almost. Don't take my word on that. Just gonna... It looks a little bit darker, actually, than the Mark III color. And yeah. Absolutely nothing more down there. I do also like the fact that they've put the SIM card tray at the bottom of the phone this time. But yeah, as you can see, no plastic. Jeez, that did not go as planned. Whatever. Managed to push a button on the keyboard. So basically, here as well, no plastic over the screen or anything. So yeah, basically no plastic in the package, which I think is a really good thing. If they had just, I still kind of feel like they could have thrown in a charger, but who am I to complain? I already have one. But yeah, are you guys ready for the best part of getting a brand new phone? I mean, come on, just look at this. Oh, can you maybe hear it? Ugh. Okay, that's it. New phone. Just kidding with you. I'm not throwing this one. So, as an unboxing video, this is quite anticlimactic, really. There's nothing more to it. There's absolutely... That was it. That was the entire unboxing. This is not okay. I swear to God, Sony, you're killing these kind of videos. You gotta give us more, Sony. Come on. Basically, the unboxing video is... This video genre is, from now on, from this day, a video where you only see the YouTuber clean up the mess he made. Great! Okay, so... just from a personal experience, I definitely feel like the Mark IV definitely feels more premium than the Mark III. It feels a bit heavier. I don't know if I like it or not. I'll get used to it. That I know. But it feels kind of weird. Kind of weird. Yeah, it's definitely heavier. But with a bigger battery, you kind of have to just assume it's going to be heavier. Seems like it's a little bit thinner. One thing that I'm a little bit curious about is it going to fit the case? No, it's not. It doesn't fit. Okay. Well, Sony has done it again. I hope I did not scratch anything. Oh, there we go. This is scary. Okay, well, honestly, it looks pretty much the same. I'm just gonna take off this label. I don't need a label here. Oh, look, listen to that. Listen to that. Get off me, sticky bitch. Clean it. No, honestly, it definitely feels a lot more premium than the Mark III ever did. It kind of looks a little bit more premium. To me, it definitely looks like the Mark III here has a bit of a cleaner matte finish to it, so it's not as obvious, maybe. But apart from that, the phones look pretty much the same, and but the feel is different. It feels like a different phone, and honestly, to me, that's pretty much enough, really. But yeah, we're gonna power it up, and we're gonna see what we can do with this. Or hopefully we can make a phone call. That would have been impressive. Am I right? Oh god. So stressful being so funny. It's a joke, guys. Please, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Not yet. Not yet. A little bit sharper in the corners. So, the Mark III... Well, here you can see my Facebook. Mark III here is a little bit rounder in the corners of the display itself. Which honestly, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to be some kind of difference. It doesn't make much of a difference, but I don't make much of a difference, to be honest. But I think like it might be 1.5 millimeters longer, like diagonally. So yeah, I don't know. You can download. Oh yeah, this one probably has support for a digital SIM card. That's genius. That's genius. It is connected. Yeah, so basically asking me for permission to a lot of stuff. Oh wow, my hair is a mess today. I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting the entire weekend for this. Wow. I have so little to complain about. This is genius. Okay. So basically at my job, we sell services where we help people get their stuff from the old phone to the new phone. We usually do this via, regular backups or through a third-party software, something like that, on a PC, which helps us to just, clone the entire phone over. But apparently, this time, they will allow. Oh my god! This is genius! I just put a cable between these two. I mean, they should have been able to do this. We should have been able to do this a long time ago. It's not that hard, but this is genius. There is literally just a cable between these two now. This is the old one. This is the new one. And here's the cable. Why hasn't this been a thing before? Please, if it has been a thing, don't hate on me. I'm dumb. Okay. So this basically just allows the new phone to take all the info. This allows this one to take all the information through the cable from this one. This is amazing. This is the kind of things that I expect from technology today. You know, just stuff working like this. There shouldn't be any complicated ways around this. Just put a cable between one phone and another, and they do the work for you. Like when I get myself a brand new unit, well, from now on I'm gonna do this, but I basically just, you know, do a backup on the old one, and then I download that backup on the new one, which allows me to get everything from the old one to the new one exactly the way it was. And I just love that. I just start downloading that backup data, and the phone does it all of itself. I just start the downloading, and I can leave it there, and I don't have to do anything. This is great. Wow, that's actually really cool. It does seem like they have improved the fingerprint sensor on the side as well, which is one thing that I have always enjoyed with the Sonys. The Xperia 1's fingerprint sensor was like the definition of oversensitive and unpractical, because it was, you know, it was a shiny surface. It was picking up, like, it would just absorb all the smudges that was like in a mile's clearance of it, which I think was unnecessary. But one thing that I have noticed about this phone and the side panel here is, come on, camera, focus. Focus. Okay, well, it's lacking the Google Assistant button. That's the one thing that I really enjoyed about this one. It had this button here, and that button is amazing. I just loved it, especially with, you know, a washing room in the building that I live in, where everyone here washes their clothes down in the basement. I can basically just go down, hold down the button, and say like, hey, put a timer on. 2 hours, and it does it. I don't have to pull anything up on the screen or anything like that. Love it. Gotta miss it. But I have to be honest, this phone feels a lot more premium than the Mark III actually did. And that's one thing that I really like about the Xperia 1 lineup now. Because the Xperia 1, like the first one, was a really good phone, and I actually miss it. It had its flaws, but I still miss the phone because it was exciting. It was new. It was fun. It was fun. It was a breath of fresh air for Sony, and I loved it. Yeah, no, basically, the Xperia 1 to the Xperia 1 Mark II, I kind of feel like there wasn't really a big difference there. At some points, the Xperia 1 Mark II actually felt less premium than the Xperia 1, the original, which I found a little bit disappointing with that phone. But I still used the phone. I still enjoyed that phone quite a lot. It brought a lot of new functions to the Xperia 1 lineup, which I really enjoyed. And it was a good addition to the lineup. But I definitely feel like, as mentioned before, the upgrades were a lot bigger from the Xperia 2 to the Xperia, or from the Mark II to the Mark III. Okay, I can understand why people find the naming confusing. It's difficult to talk quickly while talking about it. No, basically, I feel like the upgrades were a lot bigger from the Mark II to the Mark III, which shouldn't be necessary, really. Or, well, it should be necessary. You should have big upgrades, but like, it feels a bit wrong when I think back at it to kind of look at the original, like the first Xperia 1, and be like, yeah, you know what? Gotta be honest with you, the second version of that, not as good. Not as good. Yeah. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to, you know, try this phone out a couple of times at my job. We have it in the display stock there, and, you know, I've taken some pictures here and there, and it the phone itself looks amazing, feels amazing. Now that I actually have it in my hands as well, it feels like a very good and solid premium phone. I love the haptic feedback vibration in the phone. Feels a lot the motor controlling it feels a little bit more powerful, so you kind of feel like you get a bit more feedback from the phone, and that's something that I really love because I kind of feel like the type of vibration and the feel the vibration the phone gives you is really important to how the phone actually feels. Like you can feel a huge difference in a mid-class phone and its vibration to a flagship phone and its vibration. But also here, from a flagship old to flagship new, you can still feel the difference in the vibration. And I definitely feel like that's a very, very, very important thing because it defines how the phone feels in your hands. And I do gotta say, even though it's a little bit unusual with these sharp edges, I do believe I'm gonna get used to it. Definitely something that I'm gonna miss from the Mark III. The Mark III actually was a magnificent phone, but the Mark IV has those last upgrades that I really wanted from my phone. And yeah, what can I say? But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So you should definitely, if you found this interesting, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and, you know, just stay put for a review video of both the Mark III and the Mark IV. You're gonna get both. You're gonna get it all, and you're gonna love it. And I'm gonna try to be just as enthusiastic is the word I'm looking for, and I want to use, as I was in this one. Instead of just sitting here like, hi guys, I hate my new phone. That's not what you're gonna see from me. That's definitely not what you're gonna see from me. Phone is starting out pretty good now. I'm already loving it. I'm already loving it. I know I'm gonna enjoy this phone a lot. Oh, that's right, I get the Video Pro as well. Hell yeah. No, I'm just gonna let this phone deal with the downloads and stuff like that. And, you know, just get finished. And I'll be back sooner or later with you guys with a little bit more information about what I actually think about both of these phones and how it's gonna feel for me to go from one phone to the other. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I really hope you all enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed making this one. And yeah, until next time, have a great ass time. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. I'll see you again later. Bye.